am back with another update, this time to the Brighter Broker real estate application that I'm building for my Salesforce instance for my real estate brokerage. So last time I showed you a few different things, the authentication that I had to do in order to post a property record to Salesforce. That involved getting authenticated, then using a token that's provided to make the API call into the Salesforce endpoint. Then I went ahead and used that token to make the post request to Salesforce, and then Salesforce, which is already built that I've done previously, makes a call out to the MLS to get the property data, to enrich the property data and provide more details. So a lot of things happening. One thing I did do today is I added some parameters to the post to Salesforce method, basically the post request to Salesforce. So I'm using a different function separately to get the access token. Then I'm calling that method to get the token, and then I'm passing it as a parameter along with street, city, and zip code. And the last time, if you remember, I hard-coded street, city, and zip code just to demonstrate, the entire process. But here, I'm actually doing it dynamically, and we are going to grab the information from the form. So we're going to submit a web form here on using a Python Flask form. It's a basic HTML form that I'm using in Flask. And so one thing we need to do is figure out which property I want to search for. So I'm going to use one over in Happy Grace. So let's go ahead and post the address here. And I've disabled the state because I don't really want to search outside of Maryland. And the reason why is because I'm creating another resource, a database where I'll be able to query the mortgage and deed records and match them to these properties. So I want to limit that to Maryland. Otherwise, we would have hundreds of millions of properties, and I only have access to public Maryland data. So that's something I'm going to be working on next. So, but long story short, I'm limiting the search to Maryland. And this is over in Happy Grace, which is a 21078, and we'll hit submit. And just a quick alert, just to confirm that it's been submitted. The form refreshes, and let's go over here to Salesforce, and there's the property. So already the property has been requested, the call out was made, and we have all the information. It happens pretty instantly, so which is pretty cool. Like I said, the next thing I'll be working on is getting the data from a database that I'm building that will be updated by the open property data in the state of Maryland. The only downside to that is that it's a little slow to update. It's not as fast as like Zillow or the MLS, but still, it will be an extra resource, and that's where I'll be able to create the sale and mortgage records. All right, and just to give you an idea, let's see here. These are the sale and mortgage records that I was requesting that I can no longer get because I was using an API that costs a lot of money. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to do it for free from now on, and I'll be able to grab mortgage data, which has interest rates from which I can calculate balances, a lot of different things that we can do with that. So that's about it. Next time I should have at least a basic version of that database built, and you'll see how I'm able to query into the deed and mortgage records. So that's about it. You guys have a good one. Thank you for hanging out. Bye.